So you did it. You took the home sleep apnea test. And now you're probably in that waiting phase, wondering, what happens next? What are they looking for in that data? And what could it all mean for you? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to walk through the entire process, step by step, from the test itself to what could be a life-changing treatment.
Here's how we're going to break it all down. First, a quick look back at the home test you just finished. Then, the big one, decoding your results. What do they actually mean? After that, we'll talk about the path to treatment, how to find the right equipment, and finally, the best part, what all of this can mean for your life.
You know, the hardest part is often just taking that first step, and you've already done it. You decided to seek answers for why you might be feeling so tired. That little home test you used, that's the key to unlocking exactly what's going on while you're asleep.
The great thing about these at-home tests is just how easy they are. You get the kit, you sleep with it in your own bed, and as soon as you're done, that data is automatically sent off for analysis. Seriously, that's it. Your part is done. The real work starts happening behind the scenes.
Okay, so let's get to the question that's probably on your mind right now. How long do I have to wait? You've done the test, and you're anxious to get some answers that could explain why you've been feeling the way you have.
And here's the good news. You don't have to wait long at all. In most cases, you'll have your results back within just a few business days. That's a really fast turnaround, which means you can move from wondering to knowing and planning very quickly.
All right, so a few days have passed, and boom, your results are in. This is the moment we go from just collecting data to getting a clear picture of your sleep. Let's dive into what those results are telling us and what it means for you.
Now, this is really important. Who is actually looking at all this data? It's not just a computer spitting out numbers. It takes a real expert to understand the subtle story your body is telling through the night.
Every single report is personally analyzed by a board-certified physician who specializes in sleep medicine. These are doctors who are trained to see the patterns, how your breathing, your blood oxygen levels, and your heart rate are all connected, and what they reveal about your sleep health.
So what are they looking for? The main thing is a condition called sleep apnea. And this isn't just about snoring. It's a condition where your breathing literally stops and starts, over and over all night long. The key thing they measure is the number of times this happens per hour.
And when you see how they measure the severity, it can be pretty eye-opening. Even what's considered mild sleep apnea means your breathing is interrupted up to 15 times an hour. If it's severe, we're talking more than 30 times an hour. Think about that. That's your body being jolted at least once every 2 minutes, all night long.
Look, I get it. Hearing you might have a medical condition can sound scary, but this is one of those times where a diagnosis isn't bad news. It's an answer. It's a clear reason for why you've been feeling off, and more importantly, it's the first step to feeling amazing again.
A diagnosis is not the end of the story. It's really the beginning of the solution. So now that we have an answer, let's talk about the most common and effective treatment out there, CPAP therapy.
So the results are in, and they confirm you have sleep apnea. What's the very next step? It's all about having a conversation with your doctor to create a treatment plan.
And for the vast majority of people, that conversation is going to point to one thing: CPAP therapy. It's really considered the gold standard treatment, the most effective way to manage moderate to severe sleep apnea.
So what exactly is CPAP? It stands for Continuous Positive Airway Pressure. And honestly, the way it works is pretty brilliant in its simplicity. It just uses a gentle, steady stream of air to create a little bit of pressure that holds your airway open while you sleep. That's it. No more collapses, no more interruptions, just smooth, consistent breathing.
Okay, so another big practical question people have is this. Is a home test good enough to get a prescription, or do you have to go through a whole other process like an in-lab study?
And the answer is a big, resounding yes. A positive diagnosis from a home sleep test gives a physician everything they need to write you a prescription for a CPAP machine and all the supplies you'll need. The whole process is designed to be as direct as possible.
Okay, so you've got your diagnosis, you've got your prescription, now you need the gear. And I know, looking at all the different masks and machines can seem a little overwhelming at first, but it's really a simple, supported process.
This is where specialists, like the folks at CPAP RX, come in. They do more than just send you a box. They provide guidance backed by doctors to help you find the right mask and machine for you. They help with prescriptions, offer trusted brands, and give you a simple, convenient way to get exactly what you need.
We've covered the test, the results, the treatment, but let's talk about the why. This is the best part. This is about so much more than just stopping snoring or feeling a little less tired. This is about transforming your entire life.
Remember what we said earlier? That diagnosis isn't bad news. It is literally the key to unlocking a whole new quality of life. And the best part is, the change isn't something you have to wait months for. For many people, it starts the very first night they use their therapy.
And the rewards? They are huge. We're talking dramatic improvements in your energy levels, a better mood, and just an overall sense of well-being. But it goes deeper. By treating sleep apnea, you are actively protecting your long-term health, reducing the strain on your heart and brain, and lowering your risk for really serious health problems down the road.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. Forget about the test and the equipment for just a second, and imagine, what could you do? What could you accomplish with real energy, a clear mind, and the foundation of a truly restful night's sleep every single